I'm here with a different type of video for me. This is inspired by watching Kevin and Annelle's vendor wax chat videos and also watching Things I Love 86 do her like weekly scent picks and her like weekly empties where she gets more into detail about different scents and different vendors. So as you've guys seen in the video, I've been hauling some new to me vendors and some different vendors. Sorry, I just got a text from my husband talking about this crazy woman. Like, you know how like every neighborhood has like that like token crazy person? It's like totally harmless but like a little wacky. Well, we had one of those when we used to live in the apartment. We lived on like this really small little block where everyone on the block knew each other, and she was like the resident nut job. She doesn't have any like mental issues. Like, I would never make fun of or poke fun at anyone who had anything legitimately wrong with that. She's not like that at all. She's just like a totally normal person. She's just, she's loud. She doesn't really stop talking. She likes to day drink. Like, it's totally harmless. But anyway, he just saw her at CVS and he just texted me. He was like, I avoided her like the plague. I still got stuck into a 20-minute conversation. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That was such a random story, but the text just came in and I'm laughing. She's actually really nice. I used to sit on the bench outside the building with her because I was probably one of the neighborhood whack jobs too. People probably thought that of me. Anyway, let's get into it. So I wanted to make this video because I've tried a lot of different new vendors and I know you guys have seen the videos, and I don't really talk about them much until I get into my empties. And a lot of times, if it's something like these guys back here that are like bigger packages of wax, like bakery bags, or even something like this, like a big chunk or a bigger thing like this, they're not gonna go into my empties because I mount through things like this really slow. I tend to more go through like the scent shots, or if it's a bag like this that had like one little piece left, obviously I'll use it up. So I tend to go through like smaller pieces of wax as opposed to these bigger ones. So you're not really gonna see them in my empties. And I noticed like, I've been doing these hauls and trying new vendors, and all my channels really become is like a haul channel. And I started off, obviously, I did like Bath and Body Works hauls and candle hauls, but I also did like some candle reviews and things like that. And I want to get back into reviewing a little bit, especially because I know there's a nice handful of people who watch my videos who are the same boat as me, who are, background in candles, and candles are their hobby and their passion, and now they're kind of branching into vendor wax. And obviously, like, there's questions you want to know about it. Sometimes you don't want to just search a Facebook group for it. You want to see more reviews in a video. So I want to try to do more vendor reviews. It's not going to be so much talking about like the scent notes and what it smells like I did when I would do the candle reviews, because I pretty much give that to you guys in the haul videos. This is going to be more info about the vendor throw, which is super important when it comes to vendor wax, and things like that, and how I'm enjoying the wax, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, if anything. I'm gonna try to keep these videos as fair and positive as possible. I would never come on here and just straight up bash people. I mean, I do some ranty bashing videos, but even if there's something I don't particularly like about the vendor, I'm gonna try to keep these as positive as possible, and really just, I want these to be as honest as possible. I don't do any like sponsored reviews or anything like that. I've never, I've never gotten anything sent to me from a vendor. I've never gotten anything sent from reviews. The only time I get things sent to me is when a friend sends something to me. So, the way I see it is I'm just a customer like anyone else. So there's nothing to stop me from being totally honest. Fortunately, I've had pretty good experiences, so I don't think there's gonna be anything bad. So let's just get into it. And I want to try to do these maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. So I don't have a giant pile of random vendors in front of you, and I can stick to like one or two vendors at a time and just kind of go through it. So that aside, let's get into it. So first I want to talk about Wilma's, because I did have a haul recently, and I don't know, I don't remember if I've had a lot in my empties or not, because I tend to have bigger things like that like this that I don't talk about. So I love Wilma's. I really love everything about her wax. The performance is incredible. It's so strong. It's right up there with, what do I want to say? Like I was just saying in one of my, someone commented, like, oh gosh, that scared me. That was my laundry going off. Claire had commented and she was like, you know, how is it in relation to Sassy Girl Aroma and to Super Tarts? And Super Tarts is like a crazy strong throw. Sassy Girl's pretty strong, but not as strong as Super Tarts. And I would put Wilma's right in there with the strength of the throw of like a Sassy Girl Aroma type wax. I melt one of these cubes at a time, but I know people melt anywhere from 2 to 3. So if it's a softer scent, I'll do 2, but really what I've tried has been crazy strong. So I did have a couple others that I've tried, like the Pink Lavender Mallow, Pink Peppermint, and they have been strong enough that I only need 1 cube. And when I do her little scent shot cups, I actually cut those in half. And I prefer to melt Wilma's in a 24 watt mainstays warmer. That's where I get the best throw. I would say start with 1 cube, and if it's not enough for you, you can always add in 1 more. So this scent right here is Barbershop. It's just shaving cream, straight up like Gillette shaving cream, and this one is crazy strong. Sometimes I'll actually even half a cube. I'll cut it like right diagonal if it's in too small of a room, but if it's in a nice big room, 1 is enough. And this one particular scent also does well in a tea light warmer. But yeah, this one is super, super strong. All of her wax really has had amazing throw, and it's so easy to order from. $2 shipping. If you're over $25 on your order, it's free shipping, which I think is absolutely fantastic. I love that. And I think her wax is very aesthetically pleasing. I love the packaging. I love the little cubes. I love the handwriting she uses on the label, the font, just everything about it I love. The only downside I will say about Wilma's, if you're used to purchasing from something like a VCS or Rose Girls, like these type of vendors have incredible blends. They're super creative. They can have like 6 different scents in one particular blend, you know? You can have like all these different notes in there. Like VCS, when she does her Bombshell Blossom bags, I mean, those are like 3 different multi-layered scents all in one bag. Like they mix a lot together for super unique, complex, creative blends, whereas Wilma's is really more like single scent notes is what you're gonna go there for. So if you like simplicity, if you like single scent notes, Wilma's is your place to go. Like if you would rather just get pink sugar, straight up, not pink sugar ocean breeze, pink sugar lavender, pink sugar this and that, like, and pink sugar blended with 8 different things, you can go to Wilma's and you can get just pink sugar and nothing else added to it. And what's nice about Wilma's is if you are the creative type and you like to mix your own scents, you can do that. Like you can get these single scent notes and you can throw 3 different cubes in one warmer and make your own scent, or you can customize it with her. So if you customize 3 scents together, right, and you make a blend, it's not going to be all 3 scents in this 1 cube. You're going to get like 3 different colored cubes, and each individual cube is a different scent, and the purpose is to melt the 3 cubes together to get your 1 scent blend. Or you can just basically like, you know, you can take one of the 3 scents and melt them on their own. So I like that about Wilma's, but I can see some people maybe not really liking that if you like the more detailed scents. But at the same time, you can always blend your own to make it, but then it's like, well, why make my own if I can just buy it from like a VCS and get it already blended? But sometimes, you know, like for me, sometimes my nose needs a break. Sometimes my nose just wants 1 single scent note, and I like to have that, and that's what I really do appreciate about her wax. So that's more personal preference. That has nothing to do with her. So that's my thoughts on Wilma's. Wilma's is a constant for me. She's one of my go-to vendors, always repurchase. I don't do it as often as other vendors, like I'm not ordering from Wilma's once a month, but every few months, yeah, I'll place an order. I do love her linen sprays. I've had great results with that linen spray. It's so strong. I spritz it on my sheets and my whole bedroom smells. It's like a room spray, even though you're spraying it on just your sheets. And I would 100% purchase more. My next order, I'm probably gonna get shower tabs, linen sprays, and maybe a little bit of wax, because I do have a pretty nice stash of her wax for right now. So that's my thoughts on Wilma's. Next, let's get into Sweet Treats. So I let these guys cure for 2 months. I did try them. Well, this one hasn't been 2 months yet, but we'll get to that. This was the first one I tried. So it was poured January 28th, and I did melt this at the beginning of March. It was either the end of February or the beginning of March, but it was past 1 month. It wasn't 2 months yet. And these are the little heart tarts. So this was the beginning of March, and what I did was I actually cut the heart tarts in half, right down the middle. And I put the one half in a 24-watt Mainstays warmer, and I really couldn't smell it unless I was standing right over the warmer. So I didn't even put the other half of the heart in. I just let that do its thing. I let it melt down. I put the half back in the bag, and I put it back on the shelf and let it cure for another month. And I just tried this again like several nights ago, a couple nights ago, and I put the entire heart into a 24-watt Mainstays warmer, and this was in my bedroom. Now, granted, two things I have to say about my bedroom is, one, it's very, very big. It's got high vaulted ceilings. It's a large room. So it's not like when I was in the apartment and I had this teeny little bedroom and anything would throw in there. You know, this is still a big space and high ceilings. But, however, my warmer is right on my nightstand, literally like right next to my face when I sleep. So when I'm melting wax in my bedroom, it's kind of the same as it was in the apartment, where even though it's a bigger room, I can always smell it super strong because the warmer is literally right next to my nose. So when I talk about scents in my bedroom, it kind of is a little bit biased because I'm literally like, my face is right up against the warmer. I do try to put it on like before I take a shower, so when I come out of the bathroom, I can see if I can smell it like down the hall of the bedroom in that when I come out of the bathroom. And this one I could. It was definitely stronger when I was close to it, but this was really beautiful in the bedroom. This is buttermint and pink sugar and sugar cookie crunch. And I got that mint. The pink sugar was so good in this blend. And this is probably one of the most relaxing bedtime blends I've had. I kind of wish I got like just 5 bags of this. Didn't even get like the other scents because I could melt this every night and not get sick of it. So the throw was great. This was awesome. I would repurchase this. And then this one, which even though it's pink petal tea cake, it's really just, it smells like rose water to me. Like not rose the flower. It's not old lady-ish at all. It's actually very fresh. It's like a watery rose. So this is only a little over a month. Like in a week, this will be 2 months. So I just tried this maybe a little over a week ago, and I put the entire heart in my 20-watt Glade warmer, and I put it in my laundry room. And I think my laundry room, even though it's small, I think there's some kind of like airflow situation going on in there, because I find it really challenging to get a good throw in my laundry room, because I'm like, this is such a small room. Anything should throw great in here, right? And a lot of times it kind of doesn't. I do have some issues with throw in there, so I think there may be some airflow situation in that room. So I tried this entire heart, 20-watt Glade laundry room, and I smelled nothing. However, hasn't been 2 months yet, so my next vendor video, I'm probably going to talk about sweet treats again, because I am going to give this another try and test it out. I want to try these in the Glade again, because I know this one performs well in the 24-watt, and I know this one didn't have good luck in the Glade, but I want to try this one in the Glade and see how it does. And I want to try them in different rooms. So the other one I tried was the lemon and shaving cream one, and I did half a heart in a tea light warmer, and that was my family room, which is really large, really high ceilings, and it was about a 5. So I still did get a throw, but again, a large room. However, with Sweet Treats, she's not doing her like ready to ship restocks at the moment. She's just doing custom orders through her Facebook group. So if you want to know more about Sweet Treats, if this is a company you are interested in, definitely join the Facebook group, because I think that's going to be how you can order from there. So I'm happy with this wax, but it does need a long cure time, and I'm going to let this one sit a little bit longer. So, and this is why I cure things. You know, people have asked in my comments, how long do you cure wax? Like, what's your general guideline for curing? My general guideline for curing is, no matter what the company is, even if they say it doesn't need a cure time, like Wilma says they don't need cure time, I don't care. I cure everything for 1 month. And then I'll try a small piece If I don't get a throw, I'll put a little bit more in. I'll usually try it first in a high wattage warmer. And if it doesn't throw at the month mark, I put it right back on the shelf and I give it another full month. And I try it again at the 2-month mark. I think that's the fairest way to do it, in my opinion, because I have wax that I've had for quite a long time and it just gets stronger over time. A perfect example is Country Lane Keepsakes. She's 100% paraffin. You can melt that wax as soon as you get it and it'll be beautiful, it'll be strong, you'll have a great throw. But I've had some of her wax that I've let sit for over 6 months and it's so much stronger than the first day I got it. So everything is gonna get stronger the more you let it sit. I'm not one to judge any company within the first month or two. I always give it time. So moving on, we're gonna talk about Glitterati. Now I did this haul and that was like the last time you guys ever heard me talk about Glitterati. I think I had one thing in an empties. So in my opinion, 100% worth the hype. Everything you've heard about Glitterati, everything people say, I've found is spot on, is true. The throw is real. The throw is crazy. It's so strong. It is powerful wax. It's really amazing. This one, this is a gorgeous bedtime scent. I love it. I use such a little bit of her wax and get such a great strong throw. So that's real quick. That's really all I have to say about Glitterati because everything I would say about it is everything you've already heard. I'm just here to tell you the hype is real. Next is Zape. So Zape, you guys know, I love this company. I love her wax. I love her blends. Everything about it, I am all for. I typically let her wax cure for 2 months and then I melt it. And I've always had great performance, great throw. Her wax is not like a Super Tarts throw. It's not a 10 out of 10 strong, but it's there. It's the type of scent that, and this is hard to describe. So it's subtle. It's not a weak scent by any means, but it's soft. Like if that makes sense, it's strong, but it's soft. And it's, when I melt her wax, it kind of always feels like whatever the scent I'm melting, my home just naturally smells like that. Like when I walk into the room, I get the fragrance, I'm like smelling it, I don't have to search for it, but it doesn't smell like, oh, she must have a candle on or there must be wax on somewhere. Like it just smells like it's naturally in the air. It just kind of like gets absorbed in and it's subtle and beautiful. And I've had that with all of her scents I've melted, from the coffee ones to the fruity ones, the pink sugar ones. They all kind of have that type of throw for me. And what's similar to that is actually, where did it go? Is actually Vintage Chic. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, but Vintage Chic isn't that strong. It's more like a medium throw. And I've melted some Vintage Chic that is not that strong. I've melted some that is strong, but it's the same type of throw that you get from Zape where it's subtle and it's soft. It's not, how's the best way to say it? It's not like, it's not going to smack you in the face strong, but it's also, I wouldn't say it's a weak throw. I wouldn't say VCS is a light thrower. I've actually had good results, but they're nice, soft mediums. And I personally really like that. I really enjoy that type of throw. If something is going to be super, super strong, I really have to love it. And sometimes it can give me a little bit of a headache. And also because I do like to melt numerous melts at once, I like to have my candles on. So sometimes I do like the subtle background fragrance of a wax melt and then like a candle where you walk by and you can smell that candle. So because I mix a lot of scents, sometimes I don't really like that super strong in your face throw. Like with Super Tarts, I cut Super Tarts. Like sometimes, like the clamshells I don't, although sometimes I have actually cut her clamshells. I mean, I even cut these guys in half. Sometimes I just don't want that strong of a throw. And I think that's why I really love Zape, because I get that soft fragrance. And that's the same thing with Vintage Chic. And that's what I'm going to talk about with this is it's that same soft fragrance. And I really enjoy that. And the other thing I really like about Vintage Chic is how many different blends she has. The only downside to her wax is the cure time. You really do need anywhere from 6 months to a year. Some blends are going to be stronger sooner and aren't going to need that much cure time, but some of them really do. I've been kind of dipping into some BCS I have that was poured in July. I've been doing June, July, and then there was one that was from September. The one from September was a light throw. So again, back on the shelf it went, you get more cure time. But this one from July, so this is not a year yet, this was so strong, and this lingered. Oh my gosh, it lingered for days. She's actually gonna have this as a unicorn loaf this month, and I may have to buy it, even though I don't like cereal scents, but I don't get the Fruity Pebbles in this. It's really just like gooey marshmallows and Rice Krispie Treat cereal. It's so good. It's really good. But again, it's nice, it's subtle, it's soft, and I find that type of throw to be very pretty and very welcoming and gives you that homey type of vibe. So that's what I love about these two. And I think the more you melt, the more you figure out what you like. And then there are times where I'm in the mood for a kick your ass strong scent, and I will melt one of those. So that's that for these guys. And also ordering from Zape is really easy. She'll announce the time, you go on there, your stuff is there. Obviously some stuff is gonna sell out faster than others if it's a more popular scent, but she is open every day, 24/7. Her website is not only open during restock, so you could go on there right now if she's gonna have product available. She may not have everything in stock, but she'll have enough product for you to place an order. Her shipping is reasonable, her shipping comes fast. She has a great shipping method where you get Facebook notifications on your messenger, and she will do, this one doesn't have the descriptions on it, but now she's putting descriptions on her labels. I don't think she does pour dates though, but she'll have like the wax descriptions and things like that on the labels, which I appreciate. And then Vintage Chic, you guys know, it's Wax Hunger Games trying to get her stuff. Like, you got to get in there the second she opens. Things sell out like that. Nothing lasts on her website for more than a day. I mean, it's nuts. So really big hype around this wax. You really got to get in there, be in the Facebook group, be on top of shit in order to place an order. And the last two I'm going to talk about here are L3 Waxy Wonders and Sniff My Tarts. So L3, I've never actually ordered from. This was sent to me by my friend Joanne, and this is Ocean Mist, Mac Apple, and Vanilla Lace. And this is a really pretty scent. You have to like Mac Apple because that is the predominant note, and then I get a little bit of that Vanilla Lace. But this wax is so strong. This is really good. I have to quarter these tarts because it is like, boom, smack you in the face strong. So typically with a Mac Apple, I don't really want it to be that intense and that powerful. So I'll just cut these smaller so I do get that more subtle type of throw, and then it's perfect. So I was really impressed with this, and I'm not sure when this was poured, so I don't know the cure time on this, but I haven't ordered it from L3 yet, but it is on my list of vendors to try because from this alone, I had a really great experience. And it's hard to go off of one scent, but I've heard other people say good things about L3, and this really impressed me. And this one scent is enough for me to be like, hey, I need to give these guys a try. And finally is Sniff My Tarts. And I just need a moment to praise Sniff My Tarts, to rave about Sniff My Tarts. I think this company has some kick-ass bomb wax. I mean, it is so strong. The blends are outrageous because everything they do is custom. So you see so many unique blends. I mean, I melted one that was like apricot, ice cream scoop bread, butter brickle or something, and mango sorbet. It was so good. I was like, when I read that scent description, I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. And then I melted it and I was like, oh my God, I need to order this. Like, this is so good. What I did to try Sniff My Tarts, because for whatever reason, I haven't gotten onto that custom list yet. What she does is, she'll announce it in her Facebook group. She opens a website for 1 hour and you go in, you make your custom blends, and you get out of there. And they'll tell you order customs from Sniff My Tarts. So you gotta be in the Facebook group, you gotta keep up with it. And I suck at that. So I haven't gotten into her customs, but what I did was last summer, I ordered the mystery box. So if you go onto her website, I'm I'm pretty sure she has this still. I know she had it last year, so she may or may not. I'm honestly not sure. But anyway, I went on and she had these mystery boxes that you could buy. And it's just going to be like all these different chunks from other people's custom orders. So what you're going to get is a mixture of things other people have got. So it's risky. If there's scents you don't like, you got to be careful. But if you get like the big $60 mystery box, you can write in what you don't like, what your scent preferences are, so at least you won't get stuff that you hate. So I took the gamble and I got the full mystery, and I loved everything in it. But you can see they're like fizzy pop, strawberry kiwi. Like I would never think to blend fizzy pop and strawberry kiwi, but it smells incredible. They're all just so good. And I like, this is amazing. And I like doing the mystery box for Sniff My Tarts because if I'm gonna do a custom, I suck at like putting scents together. I'm not the best like creative blender. So to get a box of things other people have blended gives me ideas, and then it lets me know when I'm ready to do my custom, like what to try. So obviously these have cured for a long time. It's been what, like 6 months or more. But I did melt some Sniff My Tarts back in November, and that was in my apartment, and I just filled my whole apartment crazy freaking strong. So I would definitely give it the cure time, but I'm sure it would still be good even before that. But either way, I've really been blown away because I've been melting quite a bit of my Sniff My Tarts lately, because when I was unpacking, when I was unpacking from the move, I found my box of Sniff My Tarts because I just had it stored away at my in-laws. So I was able to like break into it and check it out, and everything sounded so good. And I got a lot of, because I ordered this in the summer, there were a lot of like spring and summer blends. So I've been digging into them and melting them, and I'm just like, holy shit balls, this is so good. Why do I not have more Sniff My Tarts in my life? So I definitely want to try to get into their next custom whenever it is. It's either coming up soon or it already happened and I missed it. It's like one of the two. So I really want to try to get into her next custom. I already have a list in my phone of the blends that I really want to try. Her lavender is incredible. The grape soda was so good. The fruity, just, oh my God, it's just, oh, it's so good. I would highly, highly recommend Sniff My Tarts. Really, I was like, why don't I have more of you? It's just, oh, it's so good. So that is my vendor recap. So the next one I'm gonna do is going to be Southern Twang Tarts and Poor Girls Wax. So Southern Twang, it said melt after March 30th, and it's April 1st now. And I'm like, so I'm gonna try it, because I want to cure it a month from the 30th. I'm crazy. But I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see how it does. And again, if it's strong, great, awesome, we have it. And if it's not that strong, I'll just try melting it again. So look forward to that. That will be my next vendor recap chat video. And that was this one for now. So let me know in the comments below if you like this type of video. I hope it was helpful for anyone thinking of making purchases. Maybe if you had more questions from haul videos. And I don't know, I just feel like it's haul after haul after haul. I wanted to do a little bit more, get a little more conversational with you and talk about like why I'm placing these orders, like what I like about them, what I didn't like why do I keep going back? Like why do I keep buying from Zape and DCS? Like this is why I like it. This is what, so that's kind of the goal and the purpose, if you will, of these videos. So hopefully this wasn't too confusing and too all over the place. And definitely give me your feedback, let me know. And if there's a vendor you want me to talk about and that you're curious about, let me know that as well. So that way I can do it catered to what you guys want to see as opposed to me just hanging out here rambling. So that is it for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.